Welkom terug, dames en heren. Mzansi Fundis is still the show that you're watching. Your choice when it comes to anything and everything that has to do with South African football. Huhunzi, marekena gwela re fitisega khokhozo. Ronwa tie ela lunga rutlo tie ela lunga re tshwaretseng. Lunga
It's yet again another edition of Iskaxa Sendaba with Unoglunga Intokazi enhle yakwaThenjekayo. Asisheshe silphunge letiye lingakaze liphole. Soqala sihalelisele iMamelodi Sundowns ladies for being the champions of the Hollywood Bets Super League. Lalela sithi congratulations sithi halala niqhubeke niqhakaze sisemuva kwenu engathi kungaqhakazi kahle. It's Kaizer Chiefs as coach Nazruddin Nabi is yet again frustrated and mostly at the officials for officiating that game the way it was with Polokwane City, and this was after their defeat 2-0 again. And I wonder why Kaizer Chiefs is conceding so many goals. Like, when it rains, it definitely pours. And speaking of raining and pouring, it's pouring, definitely pouring for coach Manqoba Mngqithi as Sundowns sacked him. And who is going to fill his position? It is Miguel Cardoso. And his stats and a lot of people are quite skeptical. Is he going to be able to fill up the shoes Rulani left, Pitso Musimane left, and also Manqoba kule short space of time that he was in? And Masbega stats Futuaga Manqoba, they're not as bad, guys. Let's be honest. They're not as bad. Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns made a good call by sacking Manqoba Mngqithi? Well, I'd like to hear from you. We channel to Iago YouTube. Mina, as for me, my time has come to an end. It's ngidlulise futhi kuba phathi bendawo. Basitshele ukuthi kwenzakalani. Mina ngizonibona next week. Awe.
Eish, Coach Ngobido, bayile re tla reng mara we have to move on. Life goes on. Supersport United Mamposa. But go really goals at 3, mara they find themselves in the top 8.
Look, it says a lot about the league in terms of the way that it is. To have a team that is not performing very well, because you got certain standards that Supersport have set themselves. Forget anybody else, because this is a team that has got history of being back to back and every other thing and winning trophies. But now in the recent years, I think post-COVID, they've been just declining, and they've scored 3 goals and yet they are in the top 8. I mean, but it's a story of there are teams that if you look at the league, you know, Magesi, maybe Papalasia, Bloemfontein is still there. They're not winning. You look at the way that
taking on that, Magesi.
I mean, when you look at those things, you then say nobody's climbing above. The one lesson that I've come to learn: when you see other teams losing to another team, don't laugh at them. Because I remember, Lufuno, please come back. Lufuno was happy to tell me about Polokwane City. And he went to Polokwane. So whenever you watch somebody go through a bit of a rough curve and you haven't been down that road, don't laugh at them.
You're mentioning Polokwane City. Coach Putti, is he one of the most underrated coaches in the country?
Highly.
Actually, let me give it to you.
I think there's a conversation behind Putti that says because of how he looks, we're not going to give him the credit that he deserves. How he carries himself. He's got this. I don't want to
Kimchi Takas.
And Haram credit because that guy is a tactician. And if probably he dressed like a Rulani, sorry to put it like that. If he dressed like a Rulani, probably somebody would take him serious and say, you know what, this guy takes his ideas part. You look at the game he played against Sundowns. You look at the game he played now when he beat Chiefs.
You look at the goal.
Exactly.
They started from the goalkeeper.
20 touches without interruptions. And 20 touches. Is it 20 or 22? 20 or 20 And you
so
look,
no touch from the opposition.
Yeah, of course. And you look at the goal where it started from, you know. It gave Kaizer Chiefs so much time to recover, but they couldn't. And I asked myself,
even the final pass.
And this also speaks in terms of what Mpo is saying in terms of when you look at the league. If you have a team that's going to start the ball from, we're not saying teams are not playing total football. That was completely total football. But if you have a team that's going to start the ball from the goal player into the opposition box and score, and you look at the league, it literally tells you the same story. If a Supersport comes back after they've been losing so much games, and then all of a sudden they've They've jetted into the top 8.
Top 8, yeah.
It's just insane when you look at that. It doesn't make sense.
And one team that's not in the top 8, Mamposa, is right outside the top 8, Kaizer Chiefs. Their woes seem to be continuing. They failed to beat Royal AM. Royal AM coming from behind. Now it's Polokwane City. They lost 2-0. So back concede. And they've conceded most goals than any other team in the league.
What's the difference with this Chiefs and the other Chiefs?
I don't know, you tell me.
Nah, I'm not seeing any difference. Nabi, people said they want Mlungu, they want
long hair.
Good friends here, they want Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes has got the same numbers that Mulifinseki had. Because when you then look, 20 touches. Chief, you said you've got a new backline. You've got Dotley, who's a Bafana defender. You've got Mahormete, Miguel. He's played in the Champions League. And Chief, and you're looking at it, you're going, what is not working? Is it the coach? Is it the team? And now it's starting to be, you've got more losses, more
What's
What do you make of that? Because the day before,
so he watches a lot of open.
The day before, Nale Orlando, and the team was playing away.
Knife management and Mamposa ke Motswere. What's a Moloshebella Cox Abapala, but hardly against Cox. He's playing against Bruno. I'm going to ask myself a question, Yahore. How prepared is this person for this game that's coming?
Maybe I'll relax the handle in homework. So
you're not Shebile game yet to the next year.
I carry priorities.
As has not been nice. You've got to allow coaches the space to be able to see and start. Because you could be looking, this is the Champions League, this is where we are. Because remember, he's also in a process where he's got to look for players. So those are the things that, these are tough games.
Wait.
We hope there's a checkbook that they can sign. It's a laughing players and Pirates players. Exactly.
Yeah, so Ariti Tabatsa budget. But yeah, Ariti Ngudi budget and Sabato, Ariti Dipota Sabato.
Abana Sales budget.
No. So what we saw, Coach Nabi attended the game. He's a student of the game. He wants to see what the other oppositions are playing like. Rifitamo, that's all we have, unfortunately, for this week of Zanzi Fundis. Make sure you do catch us next week, man. A lot is still going to happen. PSL fixtures are still underway. Remember to treat the people that you love right. I never rock.